Holy smokes, that was a killer workout. So, some of you, my name's Levon, by the way, from Salty Cures. If I stutter, if I lose my train of thought, because we just got done with an awesome run from La Jolla Shores Beach all the way down to Blacks with about 7 sets of push-ups and rows, bodyweight rows, sprinkled in along the way. So, it was a killer workout. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying a second ago. Orientation is locked. I tried to rotate it. Oh well. Earlier, and this is something we're going to do more regularly on my Periscope channel, we had a little invite to come to this broadcast, but also a weekly end of week check-in to see how things are going for your individual fitness pursuits. So that's something we're going to be doing regularly there, and then I invite you over there to come here. So if you're here and aren't familiar or don't follow me on Periscope, go check out Salty Cures over there. And if you're here from there, thanks for following along from one spot to another. Okay, so like we did over on the Periscope channel. One second, let me get my do not disturb on there because we got interrupted by a phone call last time, or on Periscope this morning. If you want to report and let us know how you're doing this week on all your fitness goals, please do. Doesn't matter if you're doing awesome or if you're doing not so awesome. But what I want you to do is just be accountable. It's one of the biggest things that helps people keep continually making progress toward their goal, is being accountable. So this is a great place to do it. And do it on a regular basis every Friday. So, fitness questions. Earlier in the week, well, let me first preface it by saying, number one, it's amazing how when you're tired, a little itty bitty phone gets really heavy and you have to keep switching hands. Number two, earlier this week we talked about a little quiz question. I had a impromptu pop quiz on my Monday check-in, Monday Motivation Fitness live broadcast, live stream. And I asked the question, what do you think is the number one most important fitness mindset, just mindset, to have to ensure continual progress towards your goals? And we had a lot of really good answers. Hard to argue any of them as not being one of, if not the best mindset to have. But the one I believe, and you're free to chime in and disagree or add to this if you want, is making it part of who you are. We all have heard that it needs to become a lifestyle, but I think even putting it in those words makes it sound like you're here and the lifestyle's over there, and it's something to travel towards, which there's some truth to that, obviously, if you're not there yet. But I want your mind to take an even bigger step away from the need to separate the two locations and just start talking to yourself in a way that this is who I am, this is what I do. And maybe at some point you won't even have to talk to yourself because it'll just be automatic. You don't really have to talk to yourself, do you, about brushing your teeth or taking a shower, going from one end to the other end of extremes and having to convince yourself, right, to do those things? I don't think so. So I think eventually the fitness mindset can be one that is just naturally who you are and a part of what you do every single day. And it's no longer about doing things because you've become that. So, and that was kind of the takeaway phrase from Monday's broadcast, was doing versus becoming, and making that a part of your lifestyle. So if you don't feel like fitness is your thing, but you want to be in shape, I would highly suggest finding a way to wrap your mind around or have it seep into all the different parts of fitness that work for you. Maybe you feel like fitness isn't your thing because you've tried some things in the past that weren't really for you, or you weren't really cut out for. Like, if I were trying to get in shape and I went and did Zumba, I would quickly feel like, if this is what fitness is, maybe it's not for me, because I'm not a dancer. I'm not really a public performer like that, which is funny to say because here we are on YouTube having a a good old talk to the world. But dancing's not my thing, at least not publicly. I'll act like a goof in front of my kids, but that's about it. So if I were to leave it at that, I'd probably stuck with the mindset of, here's me, and the fitness I want is way over there somewhere. So what you've got to do is just find what works for you, find what you love, find what you couldn't live without every day or almost every day doing, that helps you become more fit. And I've said this a lot with some of my other audiences, and we're just kind of getting going with these Friday YouTube Fit Talks. But most people who have followed me for a while know that I define fitness in a much, much more broader way than most people do. Most people talk about working out and eating right. I take it a lot further than that. Those things are important, and we do a lot of talking and videos and things that are related to those two things. But to me, it's more about, again, the mindset. And the mindset encompasses those things and a whole lot more. It encompasses how you do your work, how you do your leisure, how you treat other people, how you interact with your family, how you think on a day-to-day basis, and reason with the world, and the little internal battles you have with yourself and your mind, and how you reconcile certain things that happen to you. All of that is part of your fitness, and none of it can be separated from anything else. It's one giant web. So talk a lot about those things on these broadcasts. So anyway, that's not really answering a question, which is what these Fit Talks are going to be for, but it does provide a solution that I think should be a question for a lot of people's minds, especially if you're struggling to get from, like I said, one place to another when it comes to your fitness. Now, if you have questions about that, send me a message anytime. Leave a comment on this video. I'd love to have a discussion about it. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this broadcast is, what was it? Oh, it was what we missed on Wednesday. So coming soon to a YouTube channel near you, meaning this one, we're going to be relaunching the Exercise of the Week series, and hopefully I can get on a nice schedule where it's weekly, but otherwise why would it be called Exercise of the Week, right? But what we're going to do though is change it. In the past, if you go look at my Exercise of the Week playlist on my YouTube channel here, number one, don't laugh, because the production value back then was still in development, but we gave it a good effort, and what we tried to do was give you some ideas on what you can do for super effective, high yield workouts, or I'm sorry, exercises that you can incorporate into your workouts, and give you some little tutorials on how to do them, all the little fine points in the anatomy and the effective way to do them, and get the most out of those workouts, or I'm sorry, exercises. Now, in the future, we're going to take that one step further, and I think it's going to be really, really valuable to you, because most people have done some sort of exercise and working out, whether it be in the gym or on their own, right? But I think all of us have come across exercises, especially if they're exercises we've seen other people do, where we're like, am I doing this right? Or is there not a better way? And that's where these Exercise of the Week videos are going to come in, because what we're going to do is take exercises that either are commonly done and I feel could be done a whole lot better, or differently, or safer, or more effectively, or exercises maybe that you just never have even thought of that could be done and are a whole lot better than other stuff that you've done in the past. I think I kind of just said the same thing in two different ways, but anyway, it's a comparative thing, right? So look at this big bird. He wants no part of me except to peck me to pieces. By the way, guys, we're in San Diego. I don't know if I said that earlier. Normally coming to you from Hawaii, but I'm here visiting my kids for a few days. My son's birthday is next week, and we're gonna have a good time. So anyway, that's what the Exercise of the Week series is gonna move to. So I'm really excited to helping you, especially those of you who are exercising and wanna get even more out of your workouts. This is gonna be an awesome series for you to follow along with. So really good reason to subscribe to the channel. All right, so those are the two things we wanted to talk about today on today's Fit Talk. I'm so talked out and tired out from what I just did running wise and push-ups. I don't normally do 7 sets of push-ups. My arms were, I literally could barely finish the last rep with good form, which is kind of how you want to work out anyway, but pushing yourself to that point is not always the most fun thing, right? All right guys, so that's that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, if I could talk. That way you can more likely see new videos when they're posted. We're gonna continue to have the, okay, here's the deal. The goal is to have 4 videos a week, including this live video. So the first one on Mondays, the goal is to have 5-minute fitness video, which is kind of a little inside joke because rarely will they be 5 minutes, but it's meant to be a brief little snippet of information on the various aspects of fitness that come to mind while taking you on a cool little adventure with hopefully some high value production in terms of visuals. Since some of you may not know, I'm also a photographer and I like pretty visual stuff. So we're gonna mold those two worlds together, fitness and beautiful visuals. Why not in Hawaii, right? And be outside. So that's on Mondays. Wednesdays are going to be these exercise of the week comparative videos. And then Fridays we have our live Fit Talk Friday broadcast here. And then hopefully every Saturday I'll have a produced video for you. Just kind of a sit back, watch, let your mind get a little more fit by relaxing and seeing some beautiful sights and sounds from Hawaii. I've got a really awesome video. I'm super stoked. I put it together on the plane ride over here last night and super stoked to upload that tomorrow. Some awesome glassy little barrels from the beach in Hawaii. So looking forward to that. All right guys, I think I've sufficiently cooled down now. And again, if you have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also subscribe on the YouTube channel, the Periscope channel, Instagram, Facebook, salttocures.com. We're Salt to Cures everywhere. A cure for anything is salt water. Sweat, tears, hopefully not crying, and the ocean. All right guys, aloha.